Hello and welcome to today's Cuppa with Katie. It's such a pleasure to be with you. And it's been a while since it's just been me and my cup of tea joining you. Usually, well, not usually, but for the last couple, 3, maybe even 4 weeks, I think every Cuppa with Katie, I've had a guest come on and join me. So, which has been really wonderful, really nice, actually. I love those conversations. And it's lovely to be back here with you today. I am at the moment right in the middle of hosting my Meet Your Soulmate 5-day challenge. It is going incredibly well, and I am so honored and blessed to be joined by such freaking incredible women. Like, these women are super high vibe. Oh my God, the energy is incredible. I am astounded every single time. And by the way, I can see people joining. So as you join, please do say hi. Let me know that you're watching. But yeah, I'm astounded every single time that hey, Emma, darling, oh, good to have you. You're one of the incredible women I'm talking about. Every time I run this 5-day challenge, I am astounded by the quality of women that join. And I am astounded by the instant rapport within the group. Oh, hi, Ruth. Good to see you, darling. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I can share your comments on here. There you go. So other people can see them. That's nice, isn't it? Hello, darlings. Yeah, I'm astounded at the camaraderie, like the instant rapport amongst everybody, the instant trust, the beautiful open-hearted, supportive community. Like, I don't know, I know these communities exist because I've been a part of them. And yes, indeed, Emma, you are one of these women. I've been a part of communities like this in my time, but only a handful, only a handful. And I still do have there's still an echo of the wounding that I have experienced in my life through going to an all-girls school, and how bitchy girls can be. And not all the time. I had some great friends too. And there's an element of competition and backstabbing and kind of bitchiness, and not raising each other up and lifting each other up and having each other's back. I did not experience, oh my gosh, that actually makes me feel emotional saying it. I did not experience that at school. And I feel like my whole life, wow, this is coming up, okay. I feel like my whole life I have craved that kind of relationship with other women, even just a couple, like a handful. And thankfully now in my nearly late 40s, well, I am in my late 40s, I have finally, called in and received some beautiful empowered women as girlfriends. I really have. It's amazing. And I still feel the echo of the pain. I still feel the echo of the longing that I had for years to feel like part of a powerful community of women, and to just to have a woman have my back and for me to have hers. Like, bye-bye competition, no more competition. That was a thing for me for a long time. I wonder if anyone here can relate to that. So witnessing this group of women just lifting each other up, just supporting each other, loving each other, inspiring each other as they open their hearts and be vulnerable. They're helping each other on their journeys. It's remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. Hi, Kellyanne. Lovely to see you as well, sweetheart. Good to have you. Gosh, as I'm saying this, I'm wondering if everything I was going to say today is suddenly going out the window. Do I want to talk about something else? I'm not sure. Yeah, but it really has been beautiful to witness. And it's a really important, so here we all are, we're a group of women, 205 women registered for this challenge. And do you know what's really interesting about that number? It's exactly the same number that registered for the first ever Meet Your Soulmate challenge I ever did. Exactly the same number. Isn't that weird? I would, any numerologists here, what does 205 mean? I haven't actually searched it up to find out. Is there any significance to that number, 205? I would love to know, because to call in exactly the same number twice in a row is super interesting, and different women, it's not like the same 205 women have signed up. But I've lost my train of thought now. I don't know what I was going to say. Anywho, a subject that came up during this challenge, a topic that I spoke to on our first live on Monday night, was around the basics of self-love. And it's interesting to me that that's come up. And then last week, I was invited to speak on 2 other platforms. There's a membership club called the Merit Club. If you haven't heard of the Merit Club, you might want to check them out. And also We Are the City, really fantastic group in London, which has actually gone national now. So We Are the City and the Merit Club both invited me last week to speak on their platforms about self-love, and they wanted me to do a particular presentation called Self-Love 101. And I hadn't been invited to do that presentation in a long time. I'm being invited more and more to speak to calling in soulmate love, which I'm loving, and masculine feminine energy dynamics, and while self-love is all part of that, I haven't spoken just purely about basics of self-love. And let me just check Kellyanne's comment. There will be, unfortunately, I don't know, my eldest and youngest child were exactly 7. Oh, right. So you're talking about the numbers. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Emma's saying 205 is, oh, here we go. 205 is a message from your guardian angel asking you to trust in your abilities and your decisions in the future. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are straight onto Google, aren't you? Ruth saying 205 symbolizes participating in group activities. What? Also symbolizes endings of old cycles that no longer serve you and the beginning of a new phase in your life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so interesting. And here I am right now speaking about how I'm not often asked to speak to just self-love anymore, and how I'm being invited to speak more and more to how to heal the feminine wound, how to heal the masculine wound, how to, through that healing, call in soulmate love. And yeah, so, and yet, as we're doing that work, self-love is the fundamental basic principle to all of it. Like, self-love underpins, I actually believe self-love underpins all transformational teachings, all personal development work. Self-love is the root, right? And it's the foundation, it's the base. If we don't wrap our heads around that, we can't build upon it. And then we build upon it with these really, juicy, funky, exciting concepts like masculine, feminine energies. It's exciting, it's different. With inner child work, with all these fun things, but we can't move into that empowerment without getting the foundation right. And so I just thought today I would do a really quick reminder on how you can either begin your self-love practice or deepen your self-love practice. Doesn't matter where you're at, but these are the pieces we have to remember. And this came up on our live on Monday night in the Meet Your Soulmate Challenge, and I'm going to share it here again real quick. Emma's saying numerology. Major life changes and decisions in order to establish harmony and balance in your life. Resourcefulness and adaptability to different life circumstances. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Okay, so basic self-love. You ready? Get your notebooks. Here's some reminders you might need. And I love these basics because it was the basics I'm going to share right now are what completely transformed my life. Going back, so how old is my son now? He's 14. So when I go back to 12 years ago, it was this basic information that snapped me out of a really difficult period of time in my life. It was the kickstart to huge spiritual growth and major transformation. It was the kickstart to my emotional mastery. It was the kickstart to really starting to think thoughts that served me rather than, harmed me. And it was the beginnings of me moving into this new career, really finding my purpose, really starting to create abundant income and calling in my soulmate. Like, and my health improved and my anxiety went away, and so, like, what's not to love about the basics of self-love? So what really helped me was understanding that we have 4 parts. So we are our mind, our intellect, we are our physical body, we are our emotional self, and we are our spiritual self. We are all 4 parts, and self-love invites us to check in with all 4 parts of us. So, for example, when we're going to check in with our mind, this is a nice practice. Like, if you've got 5 minutes in the morning when you wake up, if you could just get into the habit of checking in with your parts, it's just a really super amazing way and an empowering way to start your day. You're starting your day in choice. You're starting your day putting yourself first. You're starting your day in conscious awareness, and you're starting your day choosing self-love. It's really cool. So when you wake up, just check in with your mind. Hello, mind. How you doing today? Hello, intellect. What's going on? Just notice. Bring to your conscious awareness what is going on inside your mind. Because remember, we feel our thinking. So we want to kind of understand what's going on up here, because it might explain why I'm feeling a bit flat today, why I'm feeling a bit anxious, why I'm nervous, why I'm depressed, why I'm, whatever, why I'm happy, why I'm excited. It's just kind of nice to link the two. So bring into conscious awareness, what am I thinking about? What's going on in my mind? Am I really loving and supporting myself with my thoughts right now? If I am, great. Well done, me. Let's move on to checking in with my emotions, right? So, but if I'm noticing, well, I'm telling myself I can't achieve what I want to achieve. It's never going to happen for me. I'm not good enough. I'm going to start thinking about what women are saying who are in my Meet Your Soulmate challenge, because they're focused on calling in love, except the focus is all on them and self-love. He's not going to like my gray hair. He's not going to like the package that I come with. I haven't made enough money. I'm not successful enough to call in love. All the things that we tell ourselves, men are bastards. I can't trust them. I can't trust myself. All the chat, the noise. It's just begin a compassionate relationship with your intellect, whereby you kind of can rise above, almost get like a bird's eye view of the chat. So you're not in it, consumed by it, but you're able to kind of step out of yourself and witness it. So you can be the silent observer, and from the space of the place of silent observer, you get to bring compassion and kindness, because it's the same as when you're observing a friend telling you things that are really, where she's being really mean to herself or she's doubting herself. You would be able to say to her, darling, I think you're being really mean to yourself. Have you considered this? And don't forget, you achieved that, and that. And you overcame that, and that. So you can do it again. Like, think about how you would lift up a friend or lift up your child if they were saying mean things about themselves and doubting themselves. So when we can rise above and take that compassionate, unconditionally loving viewpoint, we can then just remind ourselves in the moment, oh, okay, so I'm thinking that. That's not very helpful. Maybe it would be helpful to think this instead. So it's just a quick reframe in the moment, a quick decision to choose a thought that will love you rather than a thought that is self-harming you, because we get in life what we think about. So we want to be creating beautiful, delicious stuff, right? We don't want to be creating experiences and feelings for ourselves that take us down the rabbit hole of pain and self-sabotage. We don't want that, okay? So step 1, just check in with your mind. Notice what's going on there. Is it loving or not? Then check in with your other part, your physical self. Check in with your body. How do you feel in your body? What does your body need? Just feel into it. Just love yourself enough to notice. Don't be on autopilot. Like, self-love really does invite us to get conscious and not be on autopilot anymore. So quit the autopilot. Quit like getting up out of bed and like rushing and prepare, getting on with your day without thinking, well, how do I feel? Like, do I need to have a bit of a stretch? Do I need to get myself down to yoga today? Do I need to actually 10 minutes more sleep? Hit the snooze button. Do I need to really make sure I get some really healthy food into me today, drink loads of water? Maybe I need to plan an early night tonight. Maybe I should cancel that appointment this evening so I can have an early night. Like, just put yourself first and be guided by what your body needs. Your body is the home of your empowered feminine. If you want to feel like an empowered, rocking it in life woman, you have to check in with your body. Yeah. The third part you want to check in with is your emotional self. Often that will be your inner child. So for my clients that are working with me privately or in my small, intimate, like high-level coaching groups, we do a lot of inner child work. We really go there. This is where my sort of therapeutic coaching comes into play. It's such precious and powerful and important work. It's important healing work. And often our inner child is kind of running our emotional state. Like often what's maybe the anxiety you've got going on could be actually something to do with you when you were 5 years old, and there's something there looking to be really seen and heard and witnessed. And it's looking to be lovingly reparented. But I'm not going to talk anymore today about inner child work because that's a whole other kind of presentation. Suffice to say, often, it's just important to know, it's kind of nice to know that often what's going on for you emotionally is actually, again, it's an echo. For some reason today I'm liking the word echo. It's an echo of past experience, maybe past pain, maybe past trauma, maybe, a past when you weren't fully unconditionally loved and fully acknowledged, So, Lindy. Hi, Lindy. Good to have you. You need to go back to the beginning. Hi. Yeah. Watch from the beginning, Lindy. Yeah, great. Good to have you, though. But just love yourself enough to notice, how do I feel? It's pretty basic. And remember, we are feeling our thinking too. So you've already checked in with your mind. So you might notice there's a link there. And by the way, that's linked to our body as well, because as we repress our emotions, which are feeling our mind, as we do that, we're causing pain and tightness and toxicity in our body, which might need addressing. It's all inextricably linked. And we can start to pick through it when we learn to tune into our 4 parts. Yeah. So, ask yourself, how do I feel? Am I angry? Am I really pissed off with something? Do I need to vent that? Do I need to write an angry letter and burn it? Do I need to, I don't know, do I need to have a clearing conversation with somebody, but maybe prepare myself first before doing that? What do I need? Do I need a good cry? Am I grieving? Am I not allowing myself to express my grief? What is it? What are you feeling? And how could you lovingly support yourself with that? How could you lovingly allow yourself to express and release that? Yeah, rather than just doing what we do and carrying on with our day and being busy and important and drinking wine and drinking coffee and watching Netflix so we don't have to face it. Self-love is self-responsibility. It invites you to face it and feel it. And you're safe. It's okay. It's okay to feel your feelings. And the more you practice it, the easier it will get, the more familiar it will be, the less of an emotional kind of yo-yo you are, because you're checking in with yourself daily. As you build the muscle day by day by day, it'll get easier, easier, easier. It's a practice. It's a process. It's not an overnight quick fix. And then there's our spiritual self. Yeah, I believe we are humans having we are spirits having a human experience. And we forget to check in with the truth of who we are, our soul. We forget to connect with our heart. We forget that it's safe and valuable to spend time just being and stopping and surrendering and allowing ourselves to be connected with that divine presence within us that is who we are. And when we are connected with that divine presence, we are on like the superhighway connection to source, life, God, the universe. Yeah, and when we have that channel of connection going on, Whew, that's the realm of miracles. That's where amazing stuff happens. That's where we receive our divine downloads. We get the great ideas for the next business or how we're going to overcome that problem or have that conversation. When we're connecting with our spiritual truth, we're guided by our authentic selves. We're not guided by our ego or our busy mind. Yeah, so that self-love practice of checking in with all four parts is really, really powerful. And I wonder if you can feel that. And I wonder if those of you who are here live, or if you're watching the replay, just type hashtag replay. How does that land for you? Is that a good reminder? What came up for you was like oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember that that's important. Oh yeah, I'm going to commit to that going forward. Good reminder. Because we get, and I was talking about this on our live last night in the Meet Your Soulmate Challenge, that we get transformational amnesia. You know, it's a thing. I'll tell you this today, right? I'm sharing this information today. And some of you watching will be like, I have heard her say that 20 times before. It's not new information. But I forgot. Oh my God, that's a really good point. Yes, thank you, Katie, for the reminder. You know, like we forget. I forget. Thank God my work is to teach and coach on this topic, because I have to reconnect with it on a daily basis, and that supports me and my own growth. Like every day I wake up a student. Every day I wake up a brand newbie to all of this. And I too I have my practices, I have my tools. Thankfully, my work, you know, makes me do it. I feel very blessed. Ruth saying, great reminder. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, it is. So it's why I created Evolution membership. There's a few of you here. I think everyone that I know is on live. You're all in Evolution membership. I created it because of transformational amnesia. I created it because we women need a sisterhood where we lift each other up and support each other. It really speeds up our transformation. It speeds up us calling in what we want, no matter what it is. You know, Lindy's saying, we constantly need reminders. I have transformational amnesia of late. Amnesia. Oh, I've let my tea go cold. Yeah, so okay, I'll leave it there for you today. I hope that is a really good reminder. Lindy's saying, thank goodness for Evolution Group. Yeah, and I love having you there, honey. I'm going to jump off now and dive back into supporting the women in my 5-day challenge and preparing for our live this evening. So I'm sending you so much love. Remember, self-love is self-responsibility. It's foundational. It's the building blocks upon which we do all our other amazing, exciting, empowering, transformational work to feel good in the world, to show up in the world in a way that feels good for us. Yeah. Super important. All right. Love you all lots. And I will see you next week. Okay. Bye.